This is Creating Your Encore Career and Becoming a Silver Entrepreneur with your host, Lynn Freest. Lynn will share ideas and expert advice from people that are walking in your shoes and living their encore careers, where they want and at the pace they want. You'll start a company of one with confidence and knowledge to live a fulfilled life of freedom and ease. Lynn is a coach and leadership consultant whose mission is to show senior leaders and experts how to start something refreshing and new after a full career in the corporate environment.
Hello, and welcome again to this episode of the podcast, Creating Your Encore Career and Becoming a Silver Entrepreneur. Today's episode is about why I'm teaching You Are the Brand. I've become certified to teach that, and we'll talk a little bit about it. Well, soon I'm going to be offering openings in my Encore Career coaching group. If you want to get a powerful start, please contact me. So, just again, thinking about why create your Encore Career. Maybe you had a good-sized portfolio, but now you're wondering if it'll let you live the life you want for the next 30 plus years. You think over what's happened in the recent past. 2020 was the great work from home year. And then in 2021, we had the great resignation. Then in 2022, right now, work is restarting, but unfortunately, so is inflation. And then some people are concerned now that in 2023, we might see some kind of a recession. So you have to think about that. Are you going to be postponing retirement? Are you already retired and maybe need to supplement your 401k? Or are you just at the wrong end of another layoff? Any of these things could be reasons why you should consider an encore career. But as much as anything, as you look forward in your life, do you want to be a victim of circumstances, or do you want to be an actor, helping create your own future? And then there's always the idea, too, that maybe your goals have changed. The achievement that you've been chasing for so long, maybe you've got some different thoughts about that now. A couple of the things that I've heard about saying is, well, now they're focused on still earning, but learning and leaving a legacy. Or what I've often said is, you want to work when you want, where you want, and you want to do the work you love. So it's all these things are maybe things you could be considering. And of course, the bottom line is we still don't have enough talent in our country. And people in the second half of life remain essential to providing for the full functioning of our economy for everyone. So back to my certification for You Are the Brand. Again, You Are the Brand is written by Mike Kim, a friend, a teacher, a great colleague, and it's an 8-step blueprint to showcase your unique expertise and build a highly profitable and personally fulfilling business. And again, he has 8 steps in there, and we'll talk about those. I've been talking about those in the last few episodes. So how does it fit with the Encore Career and You Are the Brand? Again, I've known Mike for many years now. He's both a great teacher and a great friend. He's helped me along the way, and I've kind of watched as he developed the whole framework around You Are the Brand. I've been with Mike on masterminds and coaching and taking the courses that he's provided. I have a very in-depth knowledge of the work that he shared with people. And now I want to share that with others. One of the key things that Mike has said over the years is that success is sequential and not simultaneous. And this goes back to some of the things about frameworks, his whole process in You Are the Brand, saying there are 8 steps. You don't try to do them all at once and get overwhelmed. You tackle them one at a time. Again, it's those small steps forward, even though there's a lot of things I know you want to accomplish. So I'm going to help you start your journey in an Encore Career, and we're going to talk to begin with about the why. Why do you want an Encore Career? The what is it you're going to offer to people? What are you going to share with them? And then we weave in the You Are the Brand process, because that really helps explain the how. Okay, how do I do this Encore Career? And then we'll also go to work on the when and the who. We can work together as you actually create the steps that's going to create your Encore Career. And then we'll also talk about who are the partners, who are the other things. And Mike also has some of this in the book, but we'll expand on that. But I will say that You Are the Brand really helps you build the stage or the platform for people who need you but can't find you. Again, you can be awash in a whole global world of people, but they need to find your particular solution. And going through this process of intentionally building your Encore career, going through the You Are the Brand process, that will really help you create that stage where people can find you. Now, again, we have to circle back here and talk again. What's the problem that you're going to solve? Do you have a clearly defined and unique value proposition? There are lots of people in the world who will work for $1 a day to help anybody solve anything. So you have to figure out where is it you're going to have a distinctive value offering. We go back to those questions that I think Mike has shared in his book. What do you want me to pay you for? What is the work you want to do and be paid for? You've got to focus on both those. What do you want to do? What will people pay you for? Also, again, reminding you, you want to be working on their 3 o'clock in the morning problems, not just the day-to-day things that occur in the daytime. You want to be working on those problems that keep them up at night. So again, we talk about, why utilize You Are the Brand in the Encore Career coaching. It can apply in many areas. The group I was just working on in getting my certification for You Are the Brand, there were people who were marketers, obviously, but then there are people in the ministry field. There are people in finance. They were fractional CFO type organizations. And there were nonprofits. So again, the ideas can apply to a wide variety of things, just as an Encore Career could cover a wide variety of different things. And then again, this whole idea of coming back and finding your primary voice. What is it you want to be moving forward? And I think of the general terms that Mike shared was a speaker, a coach, a consultant, a writer, or maybe you want to create educational products. So again, these are the things that we'll explore that help you narrow down what you do, describe it succinctly, and again, connect you with the people that need to hear from you. The process that I'm going to work you through also helps you create focused action. So we're focused on the most important things to do next. It's the old 80-20 rule. 20% of the activities you do will create 80% of your value. So we'll help you focus on what are those 20% you really need to spend your time on. And it's probably not scrolling up and down in your inbox, for example. And then as Mike has said in the book, we need to focus in on what people most often need help with is either time, money, or skills. And how could you help supply those things? But then as I'll think about this, we both underestimate our value and maybe we overestimate it, but it's something to determine your value. And even in the beginning, be careful about just giving your time away a lot. Now, you may get some practice, but then consider that you're making a donation to somebody so that you can gain some practice. Your time is still worth X dollars, but you've made this contribution to someone else so that you can gain some practice or some skills. Because in the long run, there are a lot of people who just want free stuff, but quite frankly, they may not be the best customers. Now, if you're working with nonprofits, if you're working clearly in a setting like that, it's different. But even there, I think free advice or free help or free consulting, I don't think it's valued as much as if people have paid at least something for it. So to wrap up this shorter episode, we're talking about You Are the Brand by Mike Hinn that I'm certified to teach, and I'm going to weave that into the Encore Career programs that I offer. But I just thought I'd end up here and share an example of how it might work for someone. And I'll just pick an example, somebody who is an executive or expert and is retiring, but he or she happens to be a supply chain expert. So going back to Mike's 3 questions, what pisses you off? This person might say, people who let themselves be victims of their supply chain. That makes them angry. He knows they could be more proactive. What breaks your heart? Again, for this person, customers who are left in need when the supply chain breaks down. They don't get the services or products that they were hoping for because the supply chain has had a disruption. And then what big problem will you solve? And it might be described as you will help supply chain managers understand how to proactively manage very complex supply chains. So that may not be the perfect value statement, but it's just a quick example of how it might translate into something that you might do in your Encore career. So remember, with an Encore career, the rewards are great. You can work when you want, where you want, and you can do the work you love. I'll soon be offering openings in my Encore Career group coaching program, and this program will enable you and a peer group to launch and develop your own Encore careers. So to get a powerful start, please contact me. Well, thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode.